Can all the individuals from the City of Wichita Council please stand up? May I please invite our Sedgwick County Commissioners to please stand up. And may I ask our state elected officials to please stand up. I also would like to take a moment to look back and thank those who brought us to where we are today, including past staff members, elected local and state officials, EPA staff members, and all of the hardworking people who helped contribute to this new facility. While the official commissioning of the facility will occur next year, today we are officially cutting the ribbon on the facility as it has reached functional completion. Once brought online, this legacy project, the largest infrastructure in our entire community's history, Wichita Water Works, will serve roughly 20% of Kansans with clean and safe drinking water. In Wichita, we're building for the future. As we grow Wichita, we're mindful that many Kansans, even if they don't live here, are impacted by the decisions we make. We have multiple partners who receive water from the City of Wichita, and I would like to invite those who receive water from the City of Wichita, those elected officials, to please stand up. We take that honor seriously. The investments in this facility, which is the largest single project in our city's history, reflects the commitment to excellence and collaboration with our partners. We have gotten to where we are today thanks to planning from past councils and administrations, dedicated staff and engineers, many local, state, and national officials. Another supportive partner has been the U.S. Environmental Protection, or EPA, both regionally and nationally. This project was made possible with Water Infrastructure Finance and Innovation Act, or WIFIA, funding from the EPA. This funding source, paired with state revolving loan funds, allowed for low-cost funding for this facility, which will help save Kansans money while also diversifying our water supply and being able to respond to better future growth. Our communities are safer and stronger through EPA's vigilance and care regarding water quality. But they also deserve credit for their investment directly in communities to ensure access to clean water. At this time, I would like to invite May Wu, Deputy Assistant Administrator with the EPA. May?
Thank you very much, and I am thrilled to be joining y'all today and just honored to be able to stay here with Mayor Wu. We are not related, though we could be sisters. And all of y'all to celebrate this accomplishment. You know, just it seems like a few short years ago that Wichita actually made this bold decision to partner with EPA on a relatively new, at that time, program, the WIFIA loan program. And in fact, Wichita was the first borrower in the state of Kansas to receive a WIFIA loan. So congratulations on that, too. But now here we are to honor all the progress that y'all have made to strengthen your city's water infrastructure, and just thank you for your ongoing commitment to protect the water for 500,000 people in this area. So $280.9 million of a WIFIA loan went towards replacing the existing 80-year-old treatment plant. 80 years old, 80, that's a big number. And so I was thinking back to what happened 80 years ago? That's when the first McDonald's store opened in California. The Pennsylvania Turnpike opened. Winston Churchill became prime minister. That was 80 years ago. So Yeah, that water system has seen a lot. We've seen a lot of changes since then. And we know that aging infrastructure is a problem and an issue all across this country that we're working to address because, you know, you're risking severe disruptions, you've got leaks, line breaks, other issues. And so again, the decision that y'all made 4 years ago, 5 years ago, was a decision to fortify your water system and create this new system to provide 120 million gallons of drinking water every day while keeping money in the pockets of your residents. So at EPA, we know that investing in water infrastructure is one of the best ways to support healthy communities, thriving communities. So we have the WIFIA loan program, and since its inception, we have invested more than $20 billion all across the country to support projects like this, helping communities modernize their drinking water, wastewater, and stormwater. And those investments are creating 150,000 jobs. We also have the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law, which is an unprecedented historical funding, $50 billion. It's the largest federal investment in water infrastructure in history. And we are, again, using those funds to help modernize water systems. And the Biden-Harris administration had made a promise to make water a priority and to deliver on infrastructure. That's to create jobs, to protect your health and your safety, and to make us a more prosperous nation. So I just want to say thank you to Wichita for being EPA's partner in this. Your actions, your investments are really protecting public health, you're accelerating environmental progress, and increasing vitality for your community. So congratulations.
Thank you again, May. The EPA has been involved in this project as they help ensure that each aspect of the water facility is not only well situated to provide the highest level of safe, but also reliable drinking water. We appreciate the EPA for ensuring that all Americans, not just Kansans right here, are kept safe through best practices in water management. And now I'd like to invite Jeff Robichaud, Director of the Water Division for EPA Region 7.
Well, hello everyone. On behalf of Meg McCollister, my Regional Administrator back in Kansas City, it's fantastic to be here, and thank you so very much, Mayor, for the invitation. It's an honor to be here in your city, and thank you so much for visionary leadership and a commitment to environmental protection here in Wichita and all of those of you who are elected officials across the Sunflower State. So it's great to be back in Wichita. Last time I was here was 2 years ago, where Governor Kelly launched the Kansas Infrastructure Summit. Many of you may have been there. And so as water director, it's fantastic to be back here talking about a huge, tremendous infrastructure project and be part of the ribbon cutting. I started with the Environmental Protection Agency about 26 years ago back in D.C. in the Office of Groundwater and Drinking Water. So I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I really view safe drinking water as my top responsibility. It always has been. And so I geek out when I get a chance to come out here and see what's been going on and visit plants here in Kansas, in our region, and across the country. We know that safe drinking water is essential to growing vibrant, strong communities, but oftentimes it's very easy to take granted when you turn that faucet that there's going to be clean, safe drinking water that comes out of it. And so ensuring quality, accessible water for the health of our people, our communities, and our economy is paramount. That's why the grand opening here of the Northwest Water Facility is critical to the community, providing Wichita with state-of-the-art infrastructure, ensuring that we're going to have access to clean, safe water here for decades to come. When I took the tour, I saw a couple neat things, and I know, having gone on it, that this plant is really going to increase service reliability for the community, and I understand providing up to 120 million gallons a day capacity. And as we talked, a lot of redundant treatment built in, a lot of approaches that are going to harden the facility, harden the community, make it more resilient into the future. Something that's extremely important as we see droughts, floods, extreme weather events that are going to challenge us, like what we've seen in the Southeast this past week. And this new plant is not going to be counted on just for the people in the city limits here in Wichita. I understand a lot of the outlying communities also are going to be relying on water. And so this plant is going to be an anchor here in South Central Kansas that will help protect public health for over 1 million folks over the next 100 years. I'm sure it might be 2 million. And so I also want to give a special shout out to the Kansas Department of Health and Environment, Kathy Tucker-Vogel over there, colleague of mine. Sorry, Kathy. But the WIFIA loan was also paired with a state revolving loan fund loaned a match. And so they've been doing tremendous work making sure that the bill money that May talked about and the mayor talked about are making their way to Kansans all across the state for really important infrastructure projects. And we're just love working with our counterparts at KDHE. So congratulations, City of Wichita, and all the public and private folks that worked on this project behind the scenes to get it across the finish line and to get us to the ribbon cutting here today. A tremendous investment in a healthy and thriving Wichita. And at least for today, I have me thinking about Wichita not as the air capital of the world, but as a water capital of the world, if just for today. So thank you all, and appreciate being a part of today.
Thank you once again, Jeff and the EPA. This project will have long-term benefits for our entire community and our community partners. But like any large infrastructure project, it requires some disruption to neighborhoods and streets. We are grateful for the patience and grace that residents and businesses have shown during this process. At this time, please welcome Vice Mayor Maggie Ballard, who represents District 6, to speak on what this work means for her district and constituents.
Thank you, Mayor. While this facility will serve all of Wichita and much of the surrounding region, we have the honor in District 6 of having Wichita Waterworks live right here in the district. As the mayor said, during the construction process, the team made direct, intentional outreach to neighbors and area businesses and was accommodating to concerns and needs of residents while streets were torn up or the bike route was rerouted. I want to thank staff and the Wichita Water Partners for their work ensuring that area residents knew what was happening. I also want to thank the project team for minimizing the impact to our tree canopy. Everybody knows I'm a tree lover, so I knew that's why they got that in there. While some of the trees had to unfortunately be removed, they minimized the impact as much as possible. The benefit of safeguarding our water supply and providing clean, safe water to the region is worth the time, investment, and traffic cones we endured to get to this point today. I want to echo the thanks to staff, state, and federal partners, and the project team for all they've done to bring this project to fruition, and for working to do all you can to minimize the project costs and the impact to ratepayers as much as possible. Mayor, I'd like to pass things back to you.
Thank you very much, Vice Mayor. Next, I'd like to invite Public Works and Utilities Director Gary Jansen. But before I do that, I'd like to give special recognition to Alan King. He's the former Director of Public Works and Utilities, as well as Bill Perkins, who led the project from Public Works. These two individuals are among countless others who helped us bring this project to fruition. Their exceptional dedication and expertise helped the project move forward even when faced with significant challenges. Director Gary Jansen has taken up the reins and will lead the team that will ultimately operate this facility. I'd like to welcome him to tell us more about what this facility means for Wichita and the future for our region.
Thank you, Mary. Good afternoon. I'm thrilled to be here. Glad to see so many of you. I had the opportunity during lunch to catch up with some people that I hadn't seen in a long time. So it's really nice that this created that opportunity to see people, talk about where we've been in the past, talk about this project, talk about all kinds of things. So great to see so many people out here today. It's an absolutely beautiful day. Not one single cloud in the sky for whatever consecutive day this is now. A lot of times when you plan these events, you might make it rain, but we couldn't get so lucky, unfortunately. So, as the mayor mentioned, I'm Gary Jansen, Director of Public Works and Utilities. I wanted to reemphasize the hard work of my predecessor, Alan King, and former project lead, Bill Perkins. These two guys are probably the two in this tent today that at least want to be recognized, but I'm going to ask them both to raise their hands so that everybody knows who they are. We had some really big shoes to fill along the way as this project moved forward, with Alan retiring, Bill retired too. But I want to say one more thing about Alan real quick. I'm convinced without his guidance and leadership, we wouldn't even be here today. So Alan, thank you for everything that you did. Good to see both of you back. As of today, this project is substantially complete. Our next steps are to complete performance testing for the facility, which we have already begun, but extended in order to be responsive to drought conditions and have a fully operational facility by next summer. Before this time next year, we will have a facility that will be pumping an average of 50 million gallons of water daily to our customers, with the capacity that was mentioned to supply 120 million gallons per day. Even though we have that capacity to pump that much water, we don't offer that as a challenge to the public to try to get anywhere close to that. We don't want to push that limit as we continue to experience historic drought conditions. Thankfully, this facility will be able to better respond to those conditions, something we are very thankful for. As you look around, you can see the scale of this project is truly impressive. A main building as big as several football fields, clarifiers among the country's largest, and pipes up to 8 feet in diameter. The road to get here was long, and so many people had a hand in making it happen. Anytime you undertake something of this size, there are challenges to overcome and changes along the way. As public servants, we are used to challenging situations and long hours and hard work. But we're here today near the end of this project because it's what the community needs. We don't undertake projects because they're easy or even popular. We undertake them because it's the right thing to do and what will benefit our citizens. I want to take a moment to recognize Manny Esparza, a team member of one of the project's contractors, UCI Industrial Construction Services. Manny tragically lost his life while working on the facility, and I want to take a moment to honor him and his contributions to this project, along with countless others. Manny and others like him work behind the scenes, keeping our city safe to drive in and keeping water flowing from the tap. Today we recognize his contribution to the project. I actually had the privilege of getting to know Manny and the Esparza brothers very early in my career. His memory will always be a part of the history of our city, and I know he will never be forgotten. So many people put their blood, sweat, and tears into this project, and I can attest to you, I saw it myself, with so many people who are involved in a project of this size and complexity. I want to once again thank all those who made it possible, to our city staff, and I want to say especially to our city staff, that so many people that were involved for many, many hours, day in and day out, doing things behind the scenes that no one would ever know had happened to make a project like this come to fruition. As well, our joint venture partners, Burns & McDonnell and Alberici, and all of their subcontractors. This was truly a once-in-a-lifetime project, and I'm honored to have been a part of it, and thank the hard work of staff and electeds in getting us to where we are today. Thank you again for being here. It's really been an honor for me to be a part of this project, and hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you again, Gary, and your leadership. Our final speaker today is Ron Coker, Senior Vice President at Burns and McDonald, one of the principal partners of Wichita Water Partners. Wichita Water Partners was built around the design capabilities and construction leadership of St. Louis-based Alberici and Kansas City-based Burns and McDonald, along with a team of strong local design and construction partners. Wichita Water Partners employed approximately 1,000 Wichitans during this project. Their partnership helped this project receive a WIFIA loan, which will help save water ratepayers money. We appreciate their expertise throughout this project, and I would also like to recognize our federal partners who helped us get to this position. So if you are representing one of our federal elected officials, can you please stand up? Ron?
Thank you all. I'm Ron Coker. I've got the great privilege today to speak on behalf of our team, Alberici, Burns, and McDonald, but not just those two firms. We've got over 200 partners on this project, both contractors and suppliers. Just a few of them on the construction side, Donlinger, Wildcat, UCI were partners from the very beginning. And on the design side, our design partner HDR, then local firms PEC, MKEC, Schaefer, Tessera, and many, many more. So thank you all for your commitment. We'd like to say thank you as well just to the city of Wichita, to the elected officials, to the staff, and to the ratepayers. You know, this project is not easy. $500 million project constructed during the most turbulent construction time in our history that is under budget and on schedule is a big deal. It is a world-class project. And if we just step back through what seems like to some of us maybe more than 5 years, but to others just the blink of an eye in this 5-year period, some of the key moments that really drove the project, you know, right from the start, the City Council was determined that cost was going to be a factor of this project and keeping that cost reasonable and under budget. That focus at the start saved ratepayers $7 million in Phase 1 alone and really set the tone for the project. Working with Bill and Alan and team from the city side, the concept design was developed, and at Phase 1 the project was $14 million below budget. That's at 30% design completion. But that's the point in time where our team locked in our price and took the risk of the project away from the city. By doing that, by using a design build delivery method and really shifting that risk and firming the price, the city was able to get a WIFIA loan. They locked in that loan at 1.17% interest rates, just something you could never, ever do. By EPA's estimation, that saved the ratepayers of Wichita $93 million as compared to traditional financing, just on half of the financing alone. So thank you to EPA. You know, we often talk about the price of the project. We rarely think about the total cost of a project when you finance it over a 30-year period. That $93 million makes a huge impact to the ratepayers of Wichita for this project. As our team headed into Phase 2, I mentioned we had some turbulent times. COVID was really the easy part. It was what happened after COVID that really was challenging, with supply chain disruption and many contributing factors to construction escalation. Because the project had a firm price, the city of Wichita was at risk for none of that, which is a fantastic position to be in as an owner on a $500 million project. I would be lying if I didn't say it caused a bit of chaos on our side and hard work to try and deliver the project for that price, but our team did a great job and did just that, delivering the project under budget and on schedule. Even as the project has wrapped up here just in the final month or two, the city has always been looking at the cost of the project and what the ratepayers would get as a result of it. And as many of you know, we're in a drought now, so when it became apparent that we weren't going to be able to get test water, 60 million gallons of test water in the middle of the summer to test this project up, the city still ensured that the ratepayers would get additional benefits through a delayed testing period. So more testing, more operations training, and in the end, a better product for the city of Wichita. So thank you all. Thank you on behalf of our team. Thank you for your vision and leadership. You know, this is the final, I shouldn't say the final piece. It is an important piece, an important next step in the diversification of your water supply. This plant will be able to treat both surface and groundwater and water from your aquifer storage and recovery project. That is a huge deal. I can't think of a community in this part of the country that has invested more in diversifying your water supply and making sure the city will always be vibrant with ample water for its businesses and its residences, or its residents as you go forward. This is a world-class project. I hope that you all recognize that. I hope you're proud of it. I hope you're as proud of it as we are. Thank you on behalf of our team, and good luck for the next 80 years or so operating your new water plant. Thank you.
Thank you once again, Ron, and the team for getting us to this point in time in Wichita's history at Wichita Water Partners. I want to thank everyone again for all of your hard work in getting to this point. This is not just a City of Wichita facility. It really belongs to all of us and reflects the hard work of countless individuals. It stands as a testament to where we're going as a city and as a state. Water is our most crucial shared resource, and our responsibility to provide clean and safe drinking water is our most important task. It's one that we take seriously. The road to get to today was not without challenges, but this facility and the investment into our city's future and its infrastructure should really unite all of us as a community and as a state. This is an intentional investment to our community. This facility is a testament to where Kansas is going. We're planning for more people and more employers to choose Wichita. We're investing in safeguarding our resources and building for the future. Even if we don't always agree on how to get here, we're united in a shared vision of making Wichita a destination city and the state of Kansas to grow into its boundless full potential. At this time, I would like to invite our speakers, EPA staff, and city as well as state electeds to join us for the official ribbon cutting. And thank you all very much for joining us today.